Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Harlem Pickle, and today we are building a bridge, and very unexpected bridge. In case you missed yesterday's live stream, I started what was supposed to be at least, a very small project with trains, where we are quite literally going from just off to the right side then, well actually to the left side of that building in front of us, to a building that is quite literally 10 meters behind where the camera currently is. It was supposed to be an extremely small train line. And I have demolished a massive wall, I have now built a bridge, and I'm now going to have to extend our tower. All because my imagination got, well, the best of me. But I suppose in this regard, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Because hopefully, our bridge is going to end up looking quite nice. But I don't know yet, because I haven't yet built it, obviously. Regardless, thank you very much to everyone who's tuning in so far, and if you guys like Satisfactory, then feel free to subscribe. I do daily streams, I upload some videos here and there, so if you guys like Satisfactory, and if you're excited for any more news, tips and tricks, guides, tutorials, or anything Satisfactory related, I will be making them, so feel free to stick around the channel. Anyway, self-promo over. Welcome Vinod, hope that you're doing good. Notifications are working today, that's a rarity. And yeah, this is where the train's coming, literally this building right here, to that building right there. It's short, but there's nothing wrong with being short. Wait, music. There we go. As always, let me know if the audio is too loud or too quiet so I can adjust it. The very first thing that I want to try and do is finish off this side of the bridge, which shouldn't really take that much longer to do. So all I'm really doing here is I'm using 3 items. I'm using the braided cable cluster, and then the beam connector right there in the middle. I suppose I'm also using these double beams as well, but yeah. So I plop these in here like so, and then we just connect it together. I'm not quite sure how long today's stream is actually going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be at least 2 hours and a half. That'd be nice if we can try and get that. Because every stream recently has been over 2.5 hours, which is brilliant. That's what I try and aim for. Anything longer than that, I might lose motivation. What? Okay. Sure. A train line that short would be worth it for practicality, but for aesthetics, definitely. Yeah, oh, it's not... Absolutely, for practicality, this is not worth it. No. Absolutely not. But again, as you say, for aesthetics though, yeah. We've got nothing to lose other than time doing this. And the thing is, right, I know this is just for our Fixmas factory. So I'm trying to think, what can I use this line for after Fixmas? I don't know. Because this factory is going to be useless after that. But we'll see, we'll see. We'll think of something, we always do. Okay, so you're going to start from here. Then you're going to go to here. Okay. It's not too bad. Just like so. Yes. My voice, by the way, feels really bad today. I don't think it should sound dreadful. Well, not as bad as, well, not as different as always. It's the same voice I'm always going to have, but to me, it hurts to talk, which isn't the best when you're about to do a 2.5 hour live stream where I don't stop talking, but we'll see how things go. Oh well, as they say. Life goes on. Okay, brilliant. So now what I've got to try and do is just connect all of these up. Making sure that I try and keep it as straight as possible. See, that's not straight. That looks good. Yep. Yep. Sometimes it's easier to place down these braided cables than take a step back just to see. I think that is straight. That's better, yes. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. I've been doing live streams now for a week. It's weird to feel like I've been back for a week already. Wish I can stay here forever, but that's just not how life is, unfortunately. Oh well. So, that's the first side done. Let's do the other side. Let's make it look decent, and then we'll take a deeper comparison to see what this actually looks like. Because from inside of here, it does look quite nice. But how often am I actually going to be riding this train? The answer is never. Like, literally, I'm never going to be riding this train. That doesn't look straight to me. No. I would say I've learnt quite a lot from this project. Even though I've only been doing this for a little bit, I have learnt quite a bit. Another ad, brilliant. There we go. One of you isn't straight. I think it's you. I've actually placed you in the wrong area, that's why. I mean, to be fair, you actually look right. You're the one that appears to be wrong. Oh, wait, no. No, it is this one. I think it was going to the right place. It just started in the wrong place. That's better. That's good. That's good. Okay, great. It's easier said than done making these straight. What if I stand up here? Would that make it easier? About the same, I'd say. And again, you're placed in the wrong location. The rest of these are fine, just making sure. But yeah, yesterday's live stream got a lot of support, surprisingly. So, thank you for that, everyone. Glad that a few of you managed to enjoy us. Okay, so the first side of this bridge is now done. And I would say it looks fine. It's not going to win any awards for being beautiful, but it does the job I want it to. Regarding the top, I'm not going to add any more lights to this. I think it looks completely fine the way it currently looks. In fact, there's one thing I forgot to do there that I'll do in just a sec. But now I want to see, just for a sec, can I add something here? Just there. No, it seems a little bit out of place, I would say. How about I do this? It looks alright. And I paint it white. You will see. Keep it there for now. Compliment, not sarcasm. I'll take it. It's fine. It gets the job done. This is the bit that I forgot to do. Might have to half nudge a couple of these. That's okay. Beautiful. No. It's weird how sometimes they line up completely fine, then other times, no. I think trying to do this exact same project before braided cables were added into the game would have been an extremely daunting challenge. Whereas now it seems more of a fun challenge and a daunting task. That's nice. There we go. This next side I am skeptical of. Let's just put it like that. Because I don't know what it's going to end up looking like. I really don't. How far do I come back by? Oh yeah, so I do this. And then I remove every second one that I place. Apparently I have got a dismantle crate somewhere. It's okay though. Okay, so now if I remove you, there should be a 4 gap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. It should go back far enough. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. So this is how big the gap's gonna be. Oh yeah, take inspiration, that's completely fine. It's a pretty big gap. If I could have, well, to be fair, I was gonna say if I could redo it, I would probably make this a little bit longer. However, if I was to do that, it would then mean that this cable would most likely then clash with this. So in all honesty, I think I've actually built this at the perfect sort of length. Due to everything else that I've sort of built around it. Welcome Insomniac Gaming Theatre. It's going pretty good today. Hope that you're doing good as well. Just building out a bridge at the minute. How tall are you? You're 7, so I've got to increase the height of this by about 5 of these concrete pillars. Isn't really that bad. Definitely doable. Lovely. Then one more. Brilliant. Okay. Then what height roughly did I start this from? I think it's from one above the final pillar. There. And you came out to roughly here. Like so. How's that looking now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Brilliant. Heights-wise, you're both starting from the same area, I think. Yes. Yep. Okay, brilliant. I think now we just build everything out and see how it goes. Simple as. Although I don't know why you're there. I do know why you're there. But now I am going to get rid of it. I know exactly why you're there, because I placed you down there for a very important reason. But it's not relevant as of right now. And where did I place this? It's one line on the 3rd pillar. Okay. 1, 2, 3. First line. Nope. Not the cluster. There we go. That should be about correct there. Freeform to around about the middle. Brilliant. Okay. Now all we have to do is just connect up our lines again. Okay. So overall, this project really didn't take too long. You haven't messed with your trains at all, but you mostly contained sites that don't need to be connected, so you prefer more sci-fi. Yeah. I don't really use trains that much anymore. I used to use trains quite a bit. In my last playthrough, I heavily relied on trains, and it sort of came back to bite me towards the end. So in this playthrough, I have stated that this is bent. I have stated that I don't want to use trains as much and that I want to use drones instead. I definitely do want to do that. Yeah, it's better. So we'll see how things go. There. I mean, that does seem better, so we'll stick with that for now. That looks good. Yep. Yeah, it definitely can be a little bit finicky. We'll get it to work eventually. It takes time. The best things in life take time. Even these seem a little bit bent. I mean, who would have thought this would be the most difficult thing about Satisfactory, trying to not bend your braided cables? That's the exact same thing that I just did, I think. But I mean, hey, it works, so... A player is in the way. Okay. I won't question it. Beautiful. Now we do the other side. Yeah, we're actually flying through this. When I was messing around with this yesterday, it felt like I was spending ages on this project. Yet now we've already smashed out 2 of these in the space of, what, 15 minutes? Okay, it doesn't help that I've actually not placed down these things here yet. Wait. There we go. Now, should I have done that before I placed down these cables? Yeah. Is it now bent because I didn't do it right? Yeah. Whoopsie daisy. Thank you for all the alternate recipe videos. You refer back to them regularly? Oh, nice. Well, good luck with all the recipes. That's one thing I do actually want to try and do. I might even do it today? I don't know. But I want to try and go back and I see all of my best recipe videos to see what I haven't talked about. Just so I can make it into a video and continue the series. As of right now, I haven't really got time to be making videos. I'm just busy with actual life things. We'll see how time goes. Maybe I'll make a couple. I think, yeah, you're slightly bent, which is fine. I can make you a little bit longer. That's better. I can already tell that's better. Yeah, that's perfect. Brilliant. Okay. The thing is, right, this might look like it's straight. Wait, this looks pretty cool, by the way, unexpectedly. But it's not straight. Because if it was, then this would be going somewhere here. But it's actually leaning over to the right and leaning over to the left a little bit. So it does actually create this curved effect, whilst at the same time looking straight. Like it's bending in on itself. Which, you know what? I'm going to say it's doing that for stability, for balance for the bridge. Not because it's a design flaw or anything. No. Okay. I want to stop saying it looks nice, because it's gonna get very annoying after a while, but I don't know, it looks nice, I think. It's not over until it's over, it's not done until it's done. Now you're gonna go somewhere there. Is that good? Yep, that's good. Lovely. And now we go up again. I thought for a second I messed up the very first one, but no, luckily not. I might actually make a video about how to make a bridge in this game. Yeah, never design flaws. No. So never cause a catastrophic accident because there's no real people that will be here. Maybe a hog might get a bit injured, but it's fine. It is what it is. A small sacrifice I am willing to make. So then you're gonna go to roughly here. Then how the heck do I bend you? Now that I've thought of this design, adding the rounded concrete around here, I'm now gonna have to find a way to bend this. You should bend very easily into here. I should have absolutely no problems with that at all. Let me just double check though. Better safe than sorry. In fact, you're actually not necessarily straight, which is kind of annoying. Let's see. In fact, no, actually, I do want you to end up here. That's fine. Then you can cut across over there. Okay, that's not too bad. I believe that's the minimum sort of bend I can get. Maybe I can get it a little bit closer from this angle. Let's try that. Can I get it here? No. Okay. This is where the experimenting comes into play. Oh. You're right on the edge there. You're pretty much on the edge. I think that's the tightest turn we're going to get. You're way too far forwards, like, by miles. No, again, a bit too far forwards there. What's the minimum I can go here? There. It's saying it turns too sharply, and I think it's right. Well, it is right. Not a case of I think it's right. I mean, it quite literally is. It's the game. Of course it's right. There does seem to be a market for how to make nice looking architecture. Yeah. Every now and then I will get a video recommended to me where someone does build something beautiful. Which is always nice to watch. I don't really watch as many Satisfactory videos as I used to. Which is a shame, but I'll start getting back into it, I think. There we go. Then if I try to bring you out to here. Okay, that's a little bit too far. That's all good. What's the minimum distance I can bring you out to? Oh, it literally is there. Right. So I don't think we can have an entrance from this particular angle, by the looks of things. It's going to have to come in through here, which means that's going to have to go, which is fine. I don't think that'll make a massive difference. And I'll bring you up to here. A little bit further away. Now it's just trial and error. Okay, that's way... I mean, I can get it from there, but that seems way too far away. We'll try the middle. Oh, so it will work, just not like that. That is annoying. Wow. I do wish that you could connect rails a lot closer to each other. Because, for example, this is absolutely perfect. I couldn't ask for anything better than this, but the game says no. So what do I do? Let's think. You're building a sort of sci-fi atmosphere. Space station hovering over the rocky desert. Nice. Yeah, so the rocky desert is literally just over there. You can see my previous rail design. Doesn't look great. Yeah, but that's where the rocky desert heads off to. What can I do here to make this work? Because how far are you? You're pretty much a foundation, and you have to be a foundation and a half. Yeah, I can't go there. I think this is going... Oh, you're kidding me. I also can't go there. Yeah, see, this whole design of the rail must be a certain length has been a real killer for me recently. The amount of projects I've worked on where this has been the one thing that just doesn't work. I'd say pretty much almost every single rail project I've ever done, this has been the one thing that's kind of ruined the majority of projects I do. Now what do? Do I get rid of this? I can't though. I can attempt to push both of these back. And they won't have to go back by far, which I suppose is the good thing. To here. But now you're going over where I originally wanted you to be. The whole point of you... No, it's fine. Okay. Because preferably, I don't want you going any further than this. There. That's the furthest I can do. Which should... Oh, I don't think that's going to be enough. It needs to be, though. It needs to be. We're either going to get it bang on or off by 1. Oh, okay. So the unfortunate thing now is that this is not centered. However, can I try and add maybe this? No, because you actually count as that. Right, okay. Still want to try. No, because you're actually a little bit further out, aren't you? So again, if I was to do this... Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting to happen. So now I'm going to have to bring that out a bit further. No, thank you. I'm pretty happy with what we've got going on over here, if I'm honest with you. Okay, great. So, yes, you're fine here. I might want to move you. As of right now, you're kind of fine where you are. Regarding the decoration of this, I think what we're going to do is something nice and simple. Well, I say nice and simple. Let's see. I know I just said I'm going to keep that there, but I have to move it now. What I want to try and do is bring you out. Where to? There? That looks pretty much where I want it. And snap you down here a little bit, making sure that you're on the same sort of level. Actually, no, you have to be level with this. Lovely. Okay. Are you now lined up? Yes. Oh, that is... fine, actually. That's fine. I was gonna say that's really annoying, but I realized this blueprint here has a wall. So that wall is the reason why this isn't lined up. And as you can see down here, this is lined up. Okay, good. Oh, wow, that was gonna make me, cry a little bit. Just kidding. I don't know what it feels like to cry anymore. Anyway, so we've now managed to line that up perfectly. Add you to the corner. Beautiful. And over here, what we are going to do is remove you, and a little bit of this. And bring you in by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like this. If I can. Oh, and now it's going to do the identical building is placed there thing, which is always very fun to deal with. Right. My counter is then going to be to make it look symmetrical, whilst in reality it won't be symmetrical. It's going to be off by half the foundation. But you won't be able to tell that there's actually a difference. That looks fine. So what we can do is this. Then maybe not a 4 meter one, we can go with a 2 meter. One there. One there. There we go. Now when it comes to our sign, this is all that we do. It's extremely simple. Glossy, 3 emission, layout, text only. Remove the text, go down to the bottom one, load presets. I've already got a preset, and there we go. Within the space of about 10-15 seconds, you have the perfect, glowy sort of sign emission, should I say. There we go. We're going to have to do the same thing over here as well, ensuring that we have got the tightest bend possible, and I think we might do. I could potentially do something a little bit different over here. Keep that there. There we go. Is it now going to do the same thing as what was happening before, saying that I can't have the same place, same object in the same place? Let's see. You have no idea how frustrating this is, by the way. Because obviously I haven't got an identical buildable already there, but because these are joining over at the same center points, the game thinks, oh, well, you must have the exact same item there. It's one of the very few things I want them to change for update 1.2. Or find a solution for or something. Oh, the thing is, the counter for this one isn't as simple as for the last one. Because now if I move this, everything here is going to be off-centered. I think let's still give it a try. Anyway, I haven't really got much of a choice. So right there, that's where you guys are actually lined up. What if I do this? If I actually bring you forwards by a little bit. I know I can make this in my blueprint designer, but I'd prefer just doing this by my hand. It's just easier. By hand. Let's see, is my little trick going to work? Yes. I won't do that there. Got the same feeling earlier. Yeah, it's pain. It is a le pain. Nope. There we go. Same thing here with you. There is a lot of half nudging involved here. If I wasn't to half nudge, the sign doesn't actually fit properly. But if I do half nudge, then we get it to work. Same thing there. Regarding you, I think what I'm going to do is just move it over slightly. To there. Half nudge again. It's not perfect. No, but I like it. And then regarding the actual, like, look of this particular build, I'm thinking, which is normally pretty dangerous whenever I start to think of something, if I try and replicate this building over to here, which is a shame that I haven't got this blueprint, because that would have taken me no longer than a minute, now it's going to take me an hour. If I could replicate this over to there, and have like a very small archway that stretches down to around about there, to around about there on that side as well, and have a massive archway underneath here, with a bunch of lights coming down from the ceiling, that could look quite nice. How much room do I even have over here? A fair bit. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Yeah. Screw it. Have a bit of fun. Hopefully. As of right now, I suppose we can continue this design. I don't know how far we can actually go with it, though. Because it won't be symmetrical. As always. There we go. Oh, that's the right way. Wait. There we go. That's okay. And get rid of that one. That might even be completely hidden. Also, I quite like not having a foundation directly underneath this. It is quite nice just seeing the trap floating there. Okay. I might play with that. That's not really part of the bridge though, so we will come back to that eventually. But the reason why I was messing around with that is because I wanted to try and do this first. So I can figure out what I'm doing with this. And where I'm going to continue this to. And how am I going to bend it. Things like that. I still haven't got the answers to any of that, by the way, but let's see. In theory, I could do one more of these. Not a bridge, but just this blueprint somewhere out here. Let's see. Okay, so you can go there, you to there, you one further. Oof, I don't know if these line up. No, they actually don't line up this time. Why is that? No, I think you do line up, but then you haven't got the wall. Let's double check as always. In fact, I don't want you to line up though. That's what we didn't want from over there. Okay. Right. So I think what we'll do then is remove this. Select you again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're lined up, but you can't be lined up because of the overlapping Z snap thingy. Rid of that. That should now have fixed our problem. Only one way to find out, I suppose. Beautiful. But yeah, how is everyone doing in the chat, by the way? Thank you very much again for tuning into the stream. Hope that everyone's having a nice day. We'll be live for at least another couple hours, I'd say. Yeah. Want to get this bridge done. Preferably, I want to get all my train logistics done. I'm not sure about that train station today. I want to get it done for the life of me. Let's see. I'm also not going to rush it. You're doing alright? I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so you're going to come out to around about there. Preferably, you've actually got to come out by a little bit more. Is that right? Apparently so, yes. Yeah? So roughly 3 off. 1, 2, 3. Yep. That seems decent. Because in theory, this rail should only slightly be hanging over the edge there. Is that the case here? Yes, that is the case, I would say. This turn feels so much bigger. Even though it shouldn't feel so much bigger. Let's see. 1, 2. It's about 3 foundations wide. 1, and you're about 2.5, I would say. I think you actually are slightly bigger of a turn. Which is annoying, because obviously I don't want you to be any bigger than you have to be. No. Yeah, I can definitely make you smaller. I think the easiest way to do that is by extending you out first, then pushing you back. Yes. So that's 1, that's 2. I would say here is about 2.5. A little bit less than that. There. Very close. Whatever we're on right now. Okay, 2 clicks back of that line. 1, 2. Beautiful. Okay. Get rid of you guys. Save a little bit of our quartz crystal. Because apparently I'm saving that now. That seems a little bit better, but that's still like a massive foundation though, isn't it? Right. I see where you've got to try and come in now. to there, I suppose, actually. Yeah. One, two, three, four. So now in theory you're lined up. I'm gonna half nudge you out a little bit more, just so we don't have the problems that we had before. You're pretty much on the line there. I'd say, yeah, this is actually the exact same thing that I did before. Maybe it is worth doing a blueprint of this, but oh well. We've committed. Brilliant. Do I regret it? Not as of right now, no. There we go. How's Twitch doing today, by the way? Is the Twitch stream actually working? We had some problems yesterday with Twitch, which is kind of annoying, because I don't know why that was problematic. Let me just very quickly make sure everything's okay. The video download was cancelled. So I'm basically unable to stream on Twitch now. Okay, well, YouTube exclusive streams it is then. Twitch is too crap of a platform to handle a stream. Which is fine by me, because I actually prefer YouTube to stream on. I've already been over this, I don't like Twitch. Unless they have a pretty big policy change, I don't think I can see myself being a massive fan of Twitch for the considerable future, unfortunately. So we've done this now, but again, the question is, what am I going to do now? So you're going to come out to around about there? No. Perfect. So that's where I want you to come out to. Bridge is broken? Yep. That's fine. Again, yeah. It's like the meme. Oh no, anywhere. That seems a little bit better. What was... It was dancing. Did you see that there? I wanted it to be the other way, but oh well. In fact, what if I do both? There's no law out there saying I can't just do both. And if there is one, sue me. That's disgusting. Okay, we'll just do one of them, that's fine. Yeah, that's tolerable. Okay. So this time what I'm going to do with you, if I just very quickly drag you over to there. Not bad. Hello. Thank you. So you're now both lined up with each other. Oh dear. Okay. Maybe we should drag it out by a little bit more. We'll say 3. Well, yeah, 3 should be plenty, 3 on each side. Absolutely not enough. I don't know who suggested 3, but they need to be fired. It was me. That was 3, okay. I think it should have been 2 rather than 3 again. Thing is, I want it to be relatively close to this, just not that close. figure out by one more on this side. I don't mind that. I can actually look at that and not feel like nauseous. So that's the standard I build on, by the way. That is my standard. If I can look at it and not immediately want to re-see my lunch, it's actually not too bad. I wouldn't say it's perfect. No. The other thing that I can do here is just completely not do the corners. Instead, what I can do is attach this to here. Which I think I might actually prefer if I try and line them up here as well. So get rid of that. Have you that. You're a bit too high, I would say. And I think I was as well when I thought of the idea of adding a stupid bridge here. There we go. Then now if I nudge you, yes. If I was a train, if I woke up today and decided to be a train, how would this look? Well, it looks a little bit like you're about to slam into the building. I mean, has a train ever hit a tower before? I don't know. Oh, you know, like in China, there's that one train that just goes like through the residential building. That looks really cool. Except the train isn't going to go through the tower. It's going to go around the tower. It's going to swerve out the way of it. That could be an interesting idea, actually. Well, I suppose that's what I'm doing over here, isn't it? The train's going through the building. I've got to think about that. See, this is what I mean. This is why I never get anything done, and I do the exact same thing every single live stream. The only goal for today was to build a bridge, and now I'm talking about having trains going through buildings. I don't make my life easy. That's the problem that I'm very evidently having. Having said that, though, I think it would look pretty cool. A plane, not a tower. I was actually thinking, like, about building a plane. Building like an airport, because I want to try and build some sort of city with all my factories, right? So I was thinking, what do cities have? Theatres. That would be a waste of my time. Why would I ever want to try and build a theatre? Airports. That could be interesting. But again, am I actually able to do that with my skill level? No. Okay, so you're going to be extremely frustratingly, annoyingly frustrating, which is fine. Can you not? Can you just, like, not be weird? Is that something we can work with? I mean, if it is going to be weird, I'm not going to do anything about it, but one would prefer if it wasn't weird. Where's the beam connector? To be honest, that doesn't actually look that bad. I don't mind that little bit of a bend there. It's not intentional, but it's fine. I do realise if I made this into a blueprint, I could have been done 10 minutes ago. But hey, life's about the grind. As they say, work extremely hard, not smart. That's my motto. Now we've obviously got these exposed sides, which I don't really want. What can I do about them? The obvious thing is having these. The second I clicked it, it then rotated itself. There we go. 1,186 steel beams. That's worse than me. How have you managed that? I mean, 2,000 concrete's bad, but I feel like 1,186 steel beams is worse. That's actually impressive. I'm impressed. Right then, let's see what this is going to look like. I can't imagine this is going to look great. But we might as well look anyway. We'll have a look, of course we'll have a look. Would I have preferred if that curved around? Don't know, but it's fine. I can never do curves in any video game that I play. It's actually quite annoying. Oh, that just goes into the middle of the track. I can't have that there. The other idea I've had since about 3 seconds ago, if I get rid of everything and just have the rail here, what would that look like? But then it might look a little bit weird because then this would just be dangling here. It would need some sort of support. Okay, well, first things first. This has to go. No matter what. I might just keep it like this for now. And then come back to it a bit later on. I want to try and finish this darn bridge. Yeah, there's lots of braided cables involved, yeah. Oh, look at that sun, by the way. The way the light appears over that pillar, it's like Jesus himself just spawned on the server. I mean, maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe he spawned grassfields, but that was pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. $2,000 concrete, 250 iron. Wait, how much actually is this? Oh, right. I actually had no idea what this cost me until about just now. That's 500 steel beams. Damn. I didn't even bother checking the price. This honestly feels like what it's like to be rich. It must be. Like, not even checking the price of an item, just placing it down and expecting it just to being able to afford it. Because of my dimensional depot. It is a lifesaver. Speaking about lightsabers, well, we were talking about lifesavers, not lightsabers. A new Star Wars game got teased, didn't it, at the Game Awards? I don't really care much for Star Wars. My favorite Star Wars game was Lego Star Wars on the 2DS. Was it 2DS or PlayStation 2? Because I remember going into the cantina and hearing that bloody theme tune that got stuck in my head for years as a child. I'm pretty sure it was the DS. No, was it no, it might have been PlayStation 2. Let me try and find it. This one. I remember this. I remember this mission. This is the first mission. And they jump into a massive room where they're fighting these... What are they called? I don't really watch much Star Wars. Riders, them thing. Droids? Yeah, it's... Yeah. And then they sneak onto one of those, things. Yeah, wow, my Star Wars knowledge is fantastic. But you know what I mean. The massive brown... ships that carries all the droids. Then they try and rescue a princess. I don't know what she's doing. And then doesn't Anakin then fall in love with her? Is that Princess Leia? Is that a bit... Oh, that's way too low, isn't it? Actually, is that right? It is? It is. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure as well in the Lego Star Wars, you also have the scene where you very first meet Anakin, where he's on that planet that sounds like Tangerine, but it's not Tangerine. It's... Tangorine? No. Tabine. That planet. And then he's racing his little, like, spaceship, then he wins by beating the bad guy. Absolute cinema. Also, it's getting pretty dark outside, so let me just turn on the light. I do the exact same thing every single stream, honestly. Tatooine! I thought of it, sorry. Tatooine. There we go. As I was standing up there to turn the light on, I remembered the planet name. It's Tatooine. Okay, I think that goes to the right place. Now all I've got to try and do is just connect you lot together. See, if I stand here, it very clearly isn't straight. I like the way it looks. Sorry, I keep saying... I'm surprised. That's what it is. I'm not trying to flex my incredible Satisfactory skills. Trust me. I'm just surprised that it actually worked. Okay, that's almost as bent as a roundabout. Well done, me. Yeah, Star Wars are good movies, but the thing is, right, I don't mind Star Wars. I don't mind Harry Potter. I don't mind... That's about it, actually. I haven't really seen Lord of the Rings properly. I've attempted to watch it twice, and both times I've either gotten bored and I flicked off, or I've just fallen asleep. I've told the story before. First time in 10 years I've ever fallen asleep on a flight was by watching Lord of the Rings. But it wasn't because it was bad, I will say that. It's because the music was very relaxing. The first time I flicked it off, though, was because I just got bored. I feel like it's one of those movies where I just have to watch it with someone now, so I can feel their excitement properly. Harry Potter, or Harry Pogger, as he's now known. I don't mind it. Why is the music so loud? There we go. That was borderline deafening there for a second. I mean, obviously the acting was pretty terrible for the first couple movies. Also, there is a new Harry Potter now, isn't there? HBO is doing a Harry Potter thing. Coming out in 2027, I think they said. So, there is quite a big wait for it. I'm looking forward to it, though. Like, when I was younger, I used to dislike popular things purely because they were popular. Now, I'm trying to, not do that. So, for example, when I was a kid, I never saw Star Wars because everyone around me saw Star Wars. I never collected Pokemon because everyone around me collected Pokemon. I never watched Lord of the Rings for the same reasons, and things like that, right? The one thing that I did do was connect something called Match Attack, which I'm pretty sure is still around. It's basically like Pokemon cards. It's a TCG, but with Premier League football clubs. Maybe they do it for other clubs as well outside the Premier League, but yeah. I'm pretty sure I sold it or I've thrown it away, but that book nowadays would have been worth easily £1,000 because it had some really good players in there. Easily £1,000. The next time you're on a 10-hour flight, yeah, literally, if your plane has Lord of the Rings as entertainment, watch that on the plane. Because either you'll fall asleep or you'll have a good time watching it. It's a win, like, it's a win-win. It is the best plane movie. In fact, that's another question. What's the best plane movie? As in movies to watch on the plane? But sometimes it can vary from just a regular good movie. Anything to make the time just speed up, essentially. That's not the right place. There is one movie coming out that I'm actually quite excited about. Avatar Fire and Ash. When's that coming out? Oh, in 5 days. I'm a massive fan of the Avatar movies. The last one I didn't mind. The first one I loved. I really liked it, the first one. And I've talked about this before, but the main reason why I didn't enjoy the second movie as much, despite it being visually stunning, was the storyline. I absolutely despise, I don't hate anything on this planet, but there's some things I don't agree with. And one thing that I didn't necessarily like was how they always use the children as being idiotic children, because every single child, to some extent, either goes through a phase or stays in that sort of annoying state. And they very clearly wanted to try and use that for the movie. So, for example, Jake and Natiri, they move from their little clan to another clan to avoid danger, whilst they bring the danger with them, of course. And then they say to their kids, make sure that you don't do anything stupid. They do something stupid. Okay, that was dumb. Make sure that you don't get into any fights with the clan leader's kids. They get into fights with the clan leader's kids. Okay, don't run away. They run away. Then they make friends with some whale. Then the entire plot line is essentially kids being stupid. That's not story writing. That's just, I don't know. I thought it was lazy. Regardless, yeah, the bridge is done, by the way. I didn't even. I was yapping so much that I forgot to even realize I've just finished the bridge. So that's pretty cool. Is there anything else I want to try and add? Not particularly. Well, obviously, I'm not going to end the episode here. There's a lot more I need to try and do, but let's try and figure it out first. Pretty bridge, thank you very much for the end of time. Yeah, I think it looks alright. For my very first attempt, I would say, well, second attempt at a bridge, it's not that bad. The one thing I have got to try and do is paste this over to there. I could just look for it in the architecture menu, but no. I'll just use the middle mouse button instead. Far easier. Okay, now let's get a little bit further back so I can get an overall shot of the bridge. It does look like the bridge goes straight through the building, doesn't it? I like how it goes underneath that little tower on the left. That looks fine. You can't see it because my webcam's in the way. Brilliant. I was thinking, could I maybe add one more of those towers, which is very simple to do. It's a nice and easy build. Can I add one more of them to the right side? Why? Whenever I try and add things, I then have to ask myself, why would I want to do that? I couldn't really think of a good answer, so there's no point. Okay. Going back to this. What do I do for the corner? Because in theory, what I can actually try and do here is have you come out here by a couple, and have you just rotate constantly by 1 or 2. Like this. That doesn't work, actually. Yeah, like that. Then just at a 45-degree angle, can you just come out by this much? I know you can. Please cooperate. Please. Okay. I feel like there needs to be something here. Where do you actually line up? Kind of in the middle of that, but not really. The intent was never for it to never for it to line up with this. English is hard, apparently. But if it did, I could have done some interesting design with that. But it doesn't, so that's a shame. It could just bring you down. Which I honestly might prefer. So what, would be something like that then? We'll see. Because what I can actually try and do, if I get rid of this... If I try and get this... Have you come down to around about there. And come back by that much over there here as well. Would you out by 3. Then you out by 2. Then you by 1. How would that look? Just again, brainstorming ideas. This isn't going to be final. It's fine. Oh yeah, you're going to come out here as well, don't you? Yeah, damn. Right, so... You're gonna come out like that. You're also gonna start somewhere here now as well. Perfect. If I was to line you up, where would that interaction or intersection be? There. Okay. And I get rid of this. You guys actually look fine over there. Just like so. Okay. That could be fine. I still feel like I want to try and do a little bit of this. And the last thing I'll try to experiment with for now, at least, is that. Okay. We can stick with it. Then this can just come out to here. There we go. What do you think is the least used buildable in Satisfactory? Corner road barriers. I'm gonna have a very quick glance, actually. Yeah, so That's the one that you think. I don't really use them very much. The reason for it is because of the actual look of it. It looks nice when it's, well, used as a corner road barrier. But I can't really use it for anything else other than that from what I've found so far. I don't really use vents or fans. I know that they are relatively new and I do want to start using them, especially now that I want to try and do a cyberpunk-inspired tower or build. I will be using these quite a bit. Absolutely. And if I ever try and build a plane or an airport, then absolutely I'll be using at least the large fan, the vents most likely, yes, as a design for something. I use these barriers a lot. Fence, I don't really use a tarp construction fence that much. At all. I use these quite a bit. I don't use the big pillar supports. I also don't really use the metal pillars. I mostly just stick to concrete, but again, it just depends what I'm building. I don't use these H-beams or shelf beams at all. I use this a lot, the round concrete thing. I use all of these a fair bit. Yeah. I suppose it has to be, for me personally, either the shelf beam, the corner road carrier, or barrier, Jesus, or the tarp construction fence. Those are the three that I personally just don't use. At all. Which is quite interesting, maybe I should use them. I mean, they're in the game to use them, so I might as well take advantage of that. And, in fact, everything that I just mentioned, update 1.1, update 1.1, update 1.1. Okay, a little bit of a pattern there. I'm not saying that the entire player base doesn't use them, I'm saying that I personally don't use them. So someone might use, for example, the shelf beam a lot, or they might use tons of fans and vents, I don't know. You've seen so many people use vents and fans, including yourself. Yeah, I just don't use them. Like, where would I add it to these builds? I know it's not straight, but... Oh, you know what it can look really good as? Wait. Okay, I'm not going off track here. This is completely exactly what I meant to be doing today. Sewage. That's right. Sewage with an S. I don't know what else it would be spelt with. But hear me out, okay? Hear me out. If I try and do... Where is it? Something like this. Then we go here. Here. Let me select our wall. Come back here by a little bit. Paint you carbon steel, as always. Then what I'll do is customize it. No, cancel that. Architecture. Cancel that. I'm so good at this. This. And you want to go down by 2. Just like that. Beautiful. You're then going to go up here. Or not then, that's fine, that's okay. No. Thank you. Then what we are going to do... Again, I'm not getting off track here at all. This is exactly what I wanted to try and do today. Not really, but oh well. Again, now that I've had the idea in my mind, I might as well just do it. So, this could be the sewage thing. Then... vent can go somewhere in the middle. Then what I'm going to do is organization, large billboard, I don't know if I want to go with any sort of patterns just yet. Now, how can I try and do this? I suppose the easiest way is going to be by doing this. Like that. When I say sewage, I mean more like radioactive spillover. Can you just go into here? No, apparently not. That's fine. I don't know what I'm trying to do, but you guys get the gist, right? This could be a really interesting idea for an entrance or exit for the sewage. Here's a slightly better idea, maybe. If I add you there, then again, organization. If you're here to watch me build a train bridge, don't worry, we are going to return to that in just a sec. I have been ruthlessly distracted. Of course, I'll have to put more detail into this. But imagine having a massive, again, cyberpunk-inspired building on top of us. With some pipes and everything here as well. Maybe even... Oh! Wait. Okay. I'm gonna build this, take a screenshot if it looks nice enough. Then get rid of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Just chrome you guys up. Then we'll add a wall here. If I'm allowed to. Cheers, Jeff. We'll then go somewhere up like that. Where what I would do it never works. There we go. Have that there, have this here as well. Have this here. I want to try and chuck that into there, whilst maybe adding some sort of background as well. Chromocarbon, I prefer, well, as of right now, carbon, I'd say. Right, so this is the secondary color, isn't it? I like that, I think. It is kind of visible. Yeah, you can see it there. I like it. Walls, that is correct. I suppose something like that. Again, there'll be a lot more detail that has to get added to it. Let me take a screenshot or a picture. Yeah. So the vent can be used. I mean, the whole reason to be doing this, by the way, was just to show you that I can use the vent for things. Oh, look at the way it reflects the green. Oh, that looks evil. Speaking about evil. If I was... This has nothing to do with evil, by the way. I don't know why I segued that. Holy lag. My PC's gonna die. If I was to do this instead... Yeah, the difference is huge. I think, well, we all know that, like, black mixes with green very well. It's literally Razer's entire company. The gaming company, Razer. I would probably push this back a little bit. And maybe have some extra vents dotted around, maybe. So have one vent, or one sewage output there, one up there, one down there, is one up there. Yeah, okay. Regardless, let me just get rid of this now. That was a nice, fun little build there, actually. Again, it didn't look beautiful, but the concept was mostly what I was trying to go for there. I'm inspired to quit. I mean, to pursue my passion in building. Anyway, back to this. I still can't figure out what I want to try and do with this. Because every time I feel like I've taken one step forwards, I then come back, I look at it, and I think, ugh. I could just try and do a curve. But I don't think I can with this curve being so small. I really don't know. I'm definitely conflicted, I'd say. Well, from up here, it doesn't look too bad. I would have to continue this. So get rid of that. And that. And plop you down. Like so. Which could mean that I can place a platform here. It will create a very small gap, which definitely doesn't piss me off. Just kidding, it does. There we go. One more here as well. No. I think then what we'll do, because if I can make this look nice from the street point of view, street level, I think I can probably get away with it. Where's my dismantle tool? Hello? There we go. Right. You're now going to be somewhat in the center. I would say you're pretty much the center. Which goes directly over the footpath. Brilliant. How does it look from down here? Fine. I'm honestly thinking to redesign just this entire building here as well, which I know is not going to be simple, but I think it's necessary. I don't know how I'm going to redesign it though. The concept of it's fine. Like, it's completely fine. I am most likely going to want to connect this building over here as well. Can I even do that? Wait. Obviously, yes, but at the same time, maybe no, because this doesn't actually connect. Unless what I could do is try and think of some sort of pattern that goes all the way around here like that. That's a possibility. But not one that I'm willing to care about as of right now. to be honest. All of this will most likely end up going now as well. Then. Which is fine. Okay, I think we'll keep this for now, because I don't really want to spend any more time doing this than what I already am. Sometimes what I do is I end a stream, I take a bit of a break, I come back, and then I just have a sudden brainwave. So I'm going to hope that's going to happen to me a bit later on. It's not happening right now. My 2 brain cells do not want to form an agreement of what I want to try and do with this. Understand what I'm trying to do. Yeah, it's a corner. At the end of the day. But do you mean with the sewage thing? The radioactive spillover? So I feel like that would make sense. Maybe not that specific one, but the idea of it, the concept of it. At least to me it makes somewhat sense. Get rid of that there as well. No. Brilliant. So where do you go up to? Pretty much the exact start of this. So I would say you're in the right spot. What I could then do, hopefully you're going to line up properly. Oh, twat. Okay, that's fine. I'm not upset with that at all whatsoever. Now you're going to line up... Beautiful. Okay, now, defaults, you're going to go... Ooh. You're a bit too close, aren't you? Yeah. How's that? Oh, you're too far. You're about right. Feels like I'm doing the whole, Oh, what was that story of the porridge and the bears? Not Hansel and Gretel. What's it called? Where the girl goes into the house of the 3 bears. One of them has their porridge, 2 hot, one of them's too cold, one of them's just about right. But yeah, that's what it feels like I'm doing right now. It's too far, it's too close. Oh, works. I didn't mean to get rid of that. I thought there was an extra piece over there. I can't believe I've forgotten that story. Goldilocks, that's the one. Thank you. I'm out of it today, clearly. That's what Satisfactory sometimes feels like. You build something. It's fine. Then you might want to add a bit of decoration. It's a bit too much. You take it away. No, looks like it's not enough now. I think you're actually fine where you were before. Yeah. Okay. This is most likely something that, again, I am going to eventually revisit. But preferably, I just want to try and get it working. As obvious as that sounds, I just want to try and get the whole thing working. I mean, I suppose from this angle, actually, it isn't too bad. It's not too bad at all, I'd say. I do want to try and keep this thing here. I think it adds quite a bit. From down here, though. How can I make that better, though? Don't know. Oh well. As you can tell, I sound very concerned about it. I suppose in some regard I am. I want it to look nice. One more of these over here. Brilliant. There is a very small gap over here, so we can just very quickly fill that in. It got there in the end. And you'll be coming down somewhere there, or preferably here. There we go. Yeah, you can actually go up there, I don't mind. Be very visible. For example, I don't like how you're in the middle of the path, if I'm honest. We'll see what we can do about that. As of right now, it's fine. I think having the train actually go across it will make it look a little bit nicer. But, oh well. Is there really much more to do now? That hug is still up there, by the way. Now, regarding all of this, it's quite difficult to do because I've built it on a bit of an angle, which is annoying, but oh well. How are we going to play this? There's nothing wrong with just keeping it like this, I suppose. But I don't know if I want to. Let's see. I can, I suppose, build a very small platform out here. What I mean by that is you'll come to a roundabout here. We then select this. And then just build this out by a little bit. If that's going to look decent, I don't know. We'll see. Then you can then come back by roughly this much. I have no idea what I'm about to build, by the way. I don't know. So if I was to build a little platform out here, is there any way I can maybe reshape this to make it look a little bit nicer? I almost don't want to mess it up, if I'm completely honest. Let's see. Yes, I actually can build you a little bit further. Still, really? Probably not much further than that now, right? I mean, granted, that does look a little bit ludicrous. Even though I can do that, actually, I don't think I want to. If I bring it back by an ad... Bloody hell, hate ads. There we go. I do this. I suppose one idea could be I continue this into the rock, but I don't really want to do that because it's currently symmetrical and looks fine the way it is. It's not going to win any awards for being perfect, but it's fine and I don't really want to mess it up. The train comes around here and goes underneath there. So I can probably build you out by one more. Please. Please. Just work. Thank you. Okay. Then the plan was to have you come out to around about there. Then bring this all the way down. Just starting around about here somewhere. There you go. Oh, I've built a wall, basically. Well done. And just continuously add a couple of these in here. There's, like, depending on the game that I play at least, there's multiple different ways that I use to hide my architectural war crimes. That's what I like to call them, architectural war crimes. In Planet Coaster, I use bushes, I use trees, I use rocks, nature, to hide maybe some monstrosity that I don't want the public seeing. In this game, I use signs. I use lights. Because when you're a baby, right, and I treat myself like I'm mentally a baby, clearly, if there's something in front of me that I don't like, then someone shoves me some sort of, like, lights. Like, you know those plastic lightsabers? If I was to be shown one of them as a kid, instantly I'm looking at that. I don't care what is going on in front of me. And that's sort of like the mentality that I'm using for this. If I look at the lights and ignore everything else I've built in this playthrough, it doesn't actually look that bad. In fact, yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. I know what I was trying to do, but it looks crap, so let's try not to do it ever again. As you can tell, I'm really positive, by the way. I give myself such amazing motivation to keep going. And the next thing that I might want to try and do, I know I literally just placed this down here, but there's a blueprint that I have, I don't think I've actually used. That's this one. Of course there's a few things I'm going to have to delete, but why can't I oh, my keyboard's broken, give me a sec. There we go. I've already told the story of how my keyboard breaks every, like, 3 seconds. It's not actually 3 seconds, but it bloody well feels like it. I think we'll keep you there. Yep. And get rid of that. Get rid of that. You're fine. Okay, I didn't actually realize this blueprint was this basic, otherwise I probably would have just made it myself, but oh well. We're here now. And that can just go straight down, although... yeah, I suppose it makes sense. Yeah. And what if I was to somehow follow this? No. But you know what I mean though, like try and follow this shape around with this. It's possible, I'd say. It's possible it is. There we go. Your keyboard has been breaking a lot recently as well. You don't know why, but when you press a lot of buttons in quick motion, it yeah. It's pain. I am going to use that as my excuse for my spelling being atrocious, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, of course there's going to be a little gap bit. Let me just do this. Oh, the heck. That's fine. Right, so what does this look like? Okay, I want you all to erase the last 3 minutes of your lives, just from what you've just seen. Thank you very much. I appreciate your cooperation. I've got another idea. What if I... what if I try and somehow bridge you out to roughly here? Nope. Okay. Here. Why are you off by one nudge, though? I don't understand. There we go. So if I was to add that and a bunch of these, so how far away are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Like this. That's not straight, is it? No. I can spot that one from a mile away. There we go. I suppose now you all have got about this. Lovely. First try, but we're just that naturally gifted as Satisfactory players. 0 mistakes were made. I know this doesn't actually line up at all with anything that I've just done, but the idea is there. Actually, I don't mind the fact it doesn't like... Oh, I do actually mind a little bit, but it's fine. That doesn't line up now, does it? No. Yeah, we can go up to that. That should be fine. In fact, that's actually correct. Yeah. You can go. Beautiful. Okay. So that goes up to around about there. You then come down like that. I don't think I want to do anything particularly fancy for this particular build, particularly if I'm going to use that word one more time in the sentence. I don't feel the need to, if I'm honest. As long as it just functions, I think I'll be relatively happy with that. You... Welcome, Sinister Plank. Hope that you're well. Welcome back. You find us building a bridge. Or should I say attempting to build a bridge? That's the key word. Well, to be fair, the bridge itself is actually finished. And it looks fine. Now we're just trying to fix the actual mess I've made from deciding to build a bridge when there wasn't supposed to be a bridge here. So that's the bridge. I sort of got inspiration from other bridges, but it just looks like a very average bridge. It's now everything underneath it that I've now got to work on and everything around the sides. So what I'm going to do is bring you to here and have you just yeet yourself into there. Always a good time when it's train time? In theory, yes. Unless I'm the one designing it, then it's probably going to be an interesting time. A fun one, yeah. We try and make it enjoyable. Did I mess it up? Probably. Am I gonna fix it? Yeah. But not right now. It's fine the way it is. Yep. It's good enough. In fact, that's actually correct, just you're not in properly. There we go. You just unlocked trains in a brand new save you started the other day. Nice. That's some good progression. I don't like how that goes through there, but it's fine. The final thing that I want to try and do now for this particular part of the project is this. There we go. It's like so. How you want to do trains this run? I did say I wasn't going to do trains for myself personally, but, well, clearly here we are, so that was misleading. Although it was unintentionally misleading. Why do you stick out further than that? And then I get rid of the wrong wall. I'm so talented, holy moly, man. I don't like how close together you are, so you should probably move. First things first, you have to be here. Because you're directly over this. That's fine. You can be the last one there, I suppose. If I can try and get two in from both sides here, that should be fine. The two of these signs from that side, then from the other side. Yes. It's fine. It's honestly, it's okay. It's going to work. Now, what am I actually going to call these two stations? I could just leave them as they currently are. So let's select you. I've actually forgotten how to do this. Wait, they are connected, right? Yeah, they are. So this is Scuvid, and this is Goose. Okay, I'll never do that ever again. Edit timetable. There. Save changes. Go. I am training. I have trained. That is loud. I have just trained. Then you just stop there. How does it look? How does it look? It looks like it's a thing. Like I've done a thing. They say miracles are impossible. Well, I might have just trained. It beeped. Yes. Skedaddle, skadoodle. Actually, I'm about to miss my train. Wait. Okay. You get up there, fine. Oh, yes. This might be the longest recorded train journey in the whole of Satisfactory, by the way. There we go. That was that was big. Huge. Okay, it's actually quite good that you stopped there, because if you didn't stop there, then, well, yeah. But there we go. The trains. I do realise you are carrying absolutely nothing and going about 5 yards, but it's not the distance that counts, it's the thought behind the distance. Oh well. I do want to try and get a cinematic shot, though, of the train actually going across the back. across the bridge. And then after we get the shot, I now want to try and get our resources, because right now we're almost 2 hours into the stream. I feel like it's about time we actually try and get our resources over. And then what we can do tomorrow is then design this train station. Yeah. I don't know what thumbnail I'm going to do for tomorrow. The title was literally going to be the new train station, something along those lines. Or let's build a train station. Something to do with trains, something to do with a station most likely, and most likely something to do with building. I suppose some overall thoughts about this project, it's fine. There you go, that's my overall thoughts. Oh, I've completely stopped doing the playthrough, I just play the game now for a bit of fun. I like that, yeah. It adds something. It's like adding oregano to a pizza. It just makes it a bit better. Right, let's flatten a district. I mean, let's go collect some corn and iron. Sorry. Okay, my inventory is filled with just crap. Crap on crap. So let's go empty that down there. We'll then probably look inside this dismantle crate. Which is right here. Okay. And yeah, the thing is, right, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, does it matter if these nodes are impure? Because I've got Mark III miners and they're going to be fully overclocked, and I only need between 300 and 450 of these resources. So I don't actually think it matters if they are impure, even though I'm pretty sure they're both normal. I haven't been there in donkey's years, so I have to double check. And where's my... There it is. Let's go! Yeah, adds a bit of life, adds a bit of movement, yeah. The training montage, oh yes. I mean, this puts Rocky to shame. This is the best training montage anyone has ever trained. 300 per minute for a Mark III miner fully... Oh yeah, okay. Have I even got enough to afford this? I'm pretty sure I've got tons of stuff now. Tween! Carry me. Yeah, we've got the sources. Let's go. Although I actually... Oh, yeah. I will end up making this a little bit nicer. Again, this will all be part of tomorrow's stream. So stay tuned for that, even though it's a Monday afternoon, but oh well. It's the hardest training anyone's ever trained. Absolutely. That's just a well-known fact in the training industry. Right, so where exactly am I going? I have left down a couple of these markers. Yeah, okay, so you're the first one. Yeah. Ich bin happy. Oh, you're actually a pure node. Damn. I'm not going to need all of this, obviously, but yeah, it's nice to have. Let me try and get my notes open very quickly. You guys will see a blank screen for just a sec. I'm not being hacked by anyone. Well, I don't think I am, at least. Just trying to get Myro open. That's right, we're opening Myro for the first time in 2 streams. Fix moist. There we go, I've got it. Bit of a flashbang there, sorry about that. Oh, wait, what? It's only 45. I thought it was 450. But times it by 2, though, because I'm doing 2 stars, aren't I? Right, yeah, so in total I am going to need... Let's see. 300 gifts, 90 iron, and 60 copper. Right, so... right. I think what I'll do is a Mark II belt for both of these. And yeah, just chill. I think. Mark III, how many resources can that handle? Is it 270? I might be wrong with that. Because it goes 60, 120, either 240 or 270, 480, 780 or 740 after that. I literally could just check. I'm so bloody lazy, honestly. 270. Okay. So 60, 120, 270, 480, 780. Right. So I think what we're going to do then, firstly, production Mark IIIs. This will be moving eventually. I am going to need a lot of iron and copper in my playthrough, so this will not be going to waste, but as of right now, I just don't need anything else. There should be an iron node. Oh, is that the iron node right there? I'm pretty sure there's one more copper node somewhere about, is there not? I can hear sounds. Oh, hi. Yeah, we'll go slug hunting sometime soon. I completely forgot about Mark VI belts, if I'm honest. Welcome, Windsor, yeah? Yeah, Twitch is currently broken. So, yeah. Annoyingly. Well, it's broken for me. For everyone else, I'm sure it's completely fine. Are you pure as well? Bloody hell. There is just no point in overclocking either of you, is there? Although eventually... Oh, you know what? I'm going to want this eventually, and I'm going to need you to be overclocked. How quick was that? I know how quick it was. And for reference, I need 90 iron per minute. 90. Damn. And I've got no reinforced iron plates, apparently. Why have I not got any reinforced iron plates? Because of signs? Because you were completely filled up yesterday, because I made sure you were filled up yesterday. And there's no way I could have spent 400 reinforced iron plates today. Because the only thing I've used that requires iron plates is not even you. So, have you used all my iron plates? Have you? Unbelievable. I'm now going to bounce in your home because of that. Oh, I'm killing them. Ow, ow, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on, lads. It's fun when I kill you, but it's not very fun when you try and kill me. Okay, so I suppose what I'm going to try and do here then is just build it out. This seems like I'm overdoing it, but let's be honest, I overdo everything I touch, so not really much of a surprise there to anyone. And what I'm going to do is zoop you out to here. Vertically zoop you down to there. Get rid of this. There is a method behind this, by the way. Do not fear. You can fear a little bit, actually. It is me, so you might as well panic a little bit. But don't panic too much, because I think there is some sort of method behind this. No. Thank you. Simply put, 1, 2. You're probably not going to... you actually do reach? Okay, screw that then. Go one there. Then we'll go one here. So I only need 150 items per minute. I'm currently getting in over 1,500. This is 10 times the amount that I actually need. Why do you look like that? It's fine. I've asked myself that question a lot, by the way. Okay, where are your resources? Are you not connected? No, you are not. Now you are. I have healed you. Give me that copper. 3, 2, 1. Today. Bloody hell. There we have it. It moves so quick that you can't actually see the number. That's what I like to see personally. I'm not too concerned about this looking nice, but at the same time, I don't want it to look absolutely ghastly. So it is going to mimic each other rather closely, I would say, for now. We'll go next to where the power is. Brilliant. Overkill's the best kill, yes. I'd rather have too much than too little. Like if I was to go to a buffet and they had 30 items available for desserts. Fantastic. Brilliant. There's going to be at least one thing there I'm going to like. If I was to go to a buffet and there's only one dessert item available and it's some sort of fruit thing, then that's a bit disappointing. I'd rather have more than not enough. Yes, I did just give a dessert reference, but is it because I'm hungry? Yeah. Kind of. Nice. What? Oh, a creature's in the way. Oh, move. And you just stopped right. Permission to... There we go. Good. Now you're gonna go this way. Oh, we're inside the clouds. Brilliant. So this is where we are going to start tomorrow's project. I've given myself a bit of a nightmare to work with here, if I'm honest. Oh well, that's unfortunate for me, isn't it? I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do. At all. I know roughly, like, the rough idea. I know what I want to try to do. Whether or not that's actually going to work, no idea. Basically, what I want to try and do, I might as well explain it, is I want to get rid of this wall here completely. Not completely. I want to try and keep these concrete beams and this in here. Everything else, I think I want to get rid of. I don't know. I don't know. I then want to expand some sort of wall from here all the way down to that side. Maybe going into the rock. Don't know. I'll design some plans overnight. Because again, I won't be able to sleep until I do think of something. So. Essentially, it's going to be a massive arch. I like this design down here, but that's going to have to go. You're going to continue out here. And yeah, we'll see if we're going to incorporate this color scheme. It would make sense if we did. That's then going to be inside this building here as well. Okay. Should we actually try to work on our factory now? This again, that would be a different day. It would make sense to do it today, but I don't really have the motivation to. Yeah, tomorrow pickle problem. Train. Have fun. How to Train Your Train. Good movie. Oh, I haven't finished the trees in here. No, of course I haven't finished the trees. Oh well. I can stay here. First things first, let me try and do all of the interior here. Because I've pretty much calculated that I'm going to need to use every single square inch of this factory that I can. And that also includes a little bit of overclocking in some places. Let's see. There we go. Let me grab this. Nice. Let me grab this. Nice. Let me grab this. Thank you. First try. Then just do that. Simples. You're fine there, to be honest. You're not. Yeah, no, you're definitely not. Because that has to go. With you, I did actually add the trees along here, apparently, so... yeah. It's doing the weird texture thing again. It's so weird. I don't know why it does this texture thing. It's only with the lights on. It's more... yeah, exactly. It's more pickle. Either way, I'm not bothering to do it today. There we go. Regarding these blueprints, that I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, 9, 10, 11 of them, 12, 13 of them. Have I got enough for 13 of these blueprints? I haven't even got enough for 1, so... nice. Good job, mate. So it might have looked like I flew into the window, but there was a stream lag which made it look like that. So I didn't actually do it because that would have been dumb. So just wanted you guys to know that. Just throwing it out there as a bit of lore. Okay, so we have got some gifts in here that we have to try and use up. So let's just get rid of that. Anything Fixmacy in here that I see, I just want to get rid of. Brilliant. And whatever we're missing, we just collect from down here. You're now fine. Congratulations. You're now fine. You were never needed. You were never needed. I know that I can use them for... I think it's decoration, isn't it? It's for something, but they are important, I think. Allegedly. Look at all the holes in the glass. Okay, let me try and fill this in. This is a bit too much. Although, granted, I'm going to make the holes again in just a second, because I kind of need to, but even from my standards, that's a bit too much. Has anyone streamed crashed multiple times so far? Let me know in the chat, how is the stream for you guys? Is the stream crashing? It shouldn't. I've got no problems on my end telling me that my stream's going to crash. Dropped frames? I've dropped 0 frames in the last 2 hours and 10 minutes. If it was at about 1,000, that would be a bit of a concern, but 0 is completely fine. Nope. Oh, okay. So it might just be on your end of it odd. Regarding the Twitch stream, yeah, the Twitch stream is just, yeah. Twitch is being Twitch. Okay, that's our second perfect placement in a row. Can we try and get 3? I think so. Yes. Wait, are you both too high? No, you're not too high. Are you? Oh, you bloody are as well. Feck. Because I thought this is the wall. In that case, that would have actually been right. So now are you on the same level? Yeah, so now you've got to go down by 1. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, because you're facing the wrong way. You actually are the right level, but I've done the logistics facing towards me rather than away from me. Although, having said that though, look at this. With all the greenery, this looks beautiful. It's not going to stay here though, so that's unfortunate. There we go. But now, how do I know that you're built in the right location? I don't, so I've got to start over here again. I'm so good at this game, honestly. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Satisfactory content. That's better. Yep. Beautiful. In fact, because I know you're right, I'm actually just going to move you over here so I can just confirm it. Beautiful. Okay, everything seems fine. I am a pro gamer. Yeah, no, I've won well over 0 competitions as a professional gamer. Well over 0. I've almost won 1. So, yeah, I'd consider myself as professional as it gets. There we go. You're fine. Oh, this lighting glitch is going to be the death of me. I could easily go pro in the Satisfactory League. Easily. But I don't want to though, because then, you know, then I have to beat everyone else in the competition, and it's like, oh, what do I do? So, for the sake of everyone else, I have decided that I won't compete nationally for Satisfactory for Great Britain. Because I'm just that nice, because, you know, it would be a clean sweep otherwise. I'm just trying to make sure this is lined up. It is. Brilliant. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be the continue. Actually, wait. I was going to build the train station tomorrow. But I feel like I just want to try and finish this Fixbus factory first. Because then I can actually start producing items, sinking items, and then I can do the train station when I've finished this factory. That would make more sense, because now I'm actually like producing things. Yeah. Although, yeah, I can temporarily just put the iron and copper into my train station. Because we're going to have so much extra that it's actually kind of fine. And keep it running for a while. You're in the right position. Well done. Congratulations. If I had a medal, I would give it to you. And down. No. My father sent me a message. Give me a second, sorry. There we go. Lovely. So that's now all done on that side. Now the last thing regarding the trees I've got to try and do is build it up. Okay, yeah, this train's loud, isn't it? Build a train, they said. It'd be extremely quiet, they said. No, no one said that, don't worry. Locker. Train. Wait, the oil extractors have a volume? I mean, that, yeah. But the oil extractor, I've never even heard the sound of an oil extractor in this game. Run me over, please. I took a screenshot. What? Okay. That's fine. So, the way that I'm going to do this is by doing this. It's like so. You're going to be positioned just in line with this. It's 2 hours and 16 minutes. Not 3 hours. I don't normally stream for longer than 3 hours. Very rarely, if I'm really enjoying it, or if I'm just, like, in the mood. Because I noticed if I try and stream every single day, which is what I'm trying to do, if I end up doing a really long stream the day before, sometimes I might be a little bit less motivated to come back on. I do the exact same with running as well, whenever I go out for a run. If I've gone for a really long run the day before, I'm less motivated to run again the next day. And the problem with that is that I do try and run I do run every single day. So it's trying to find a limit. Read the time wrong, it's fine. To be fair, I did start a little bit later today than usual, even though I did start at 3 o'clock. But I started at the time I announced that I would be streaming. But the last few days I've started a little bit longer. Makes perfect sense? Yeah. Because the last thing I want to do is play a game that I'm not as enthusiastic about. And luckily, as of right now, my enthusiasm levels are relatively high, so I'd rather maintain that. Okay, all of our Christmas tree blueprints are now in place. Now it's down to how the hell am I going to actually connect these? With the honest answer being, I don't know. I think what we said, wasn't it, was that I'm not actually going to use all of these trees. I'm placing them down, but I don't need all of them. I only need 300. So what I could do here is, what's that, 45, 90, 90 plus 45, goodness gracious, 135, times that by 4. $540. Okay, well that's 200. That's almost double than what I actually need, just in this little corner. Let alone all of this here as well. So, ew. What's going on here? You're different colours. Why are you different colours? And why have I only just noticed this? Okay. Sure. I'm guessing the rest are the exact same, aren't they? No. Vertical splitters and mergers. Yeah, I suppose. I know I've got lights here. But what if I was to have something like this? Hear me out. This is not confirmed, okay? I'm not necessarily doing this, but if I was to do this, how would I do it? Simply like this. Architecture. No, sorry, that's the one. Give me a hole, thank you. Pause. So you're going, I don't want you to go that direction. But let's say I did. In fact, no. No, I do, because I think what I'll do actually here, if I'm going to do this, is bring you from down there, up all the way around here, then down again, then in. Or even just down there. Oh, that's beautiful. Wait, am I actually cooking with the gas turned on this time? Is the fire actually burning? Let's see. Get rid of your face just for a second. It's nothing personal, it's just personal. Yeah. Wait, is this actually going to look nice? Have I done 2 good things in one day? Wait, why are you now facing the wrong way? Ah? Okay, it's facing the wrong way. However, I actually like that. I might have actually, genuinely, had a good idea. 2 in 1 stream. Although, to be fair, the bridge was actually in the last stream. 2 in 2 streams. Which is a rarity on the channel. But why are you going the wrong way? Because you're going up. We're going up, up, up. Na, 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 na. Sorry, it's that bloody song from that K-pop thing. But, oh, wait, no, I suppose, yeah. I need to then rotate you lot to be facing that direction. Left. If I want this idea to work. But to be fair, let's experiment down here. We're experimenting in the kitchen. After a long days of work. Why are you now experimenting with my brain cells? Thank you. That's fine. Love that song, it's too addictive. I can probably count on one hand the amount of K-pop songs I've listened to in my life, and the answer's 1, and it's that bloody song. Merger. So let's see, is this going to be a Christmas miracle or a Christmas flop? Let's see. And you lot then go over here. Yeah. No, this makes sense. So the way that I'm going to do this, again, you're going to go that way. What I could have done was just have all of you come here and then just bring this straight down. But I wanted to take up 2 of these tunnels. I don't know what this hand action was supposed to be, but there you go. Tunnels. You're now all going to face that way. You're going to go up all the way over there, come back down again, and then you're going to go underground to our logistics floor. If I'm remembering this correctly, holy English. There we go, yes. That solves that. It then solves our problem on the other side then as well. That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 24 times by 15. Nice, good job, mate. Well done. 360. So I've actually got enough gifts just in this actual tower bit. Interesting. I think then what I want to try and do, you 3, I'm pretty sure are already facing in this direction. So I'll keep you there, you 3 there as well. So then you're going to go up. You 6 are then going to combine. Then when it gets to the very top, not the very top, but towards the top, can you then go in somewhere here, somewhere only we know? Yes, so you're then going to come in here, straight down to the logistics floor. This then means I can collect all of these gifts, and you're going to look really dapper there as well, which is what I care a bit more about. The only problem is, if I was to redesign the logistics for every one of these, that might take a bit of time. What I could do is get the blueprints that I used, switch the logistics around a little bit, and then that will save me a lot of time. That's always a possibility. So, yeah. Let me just make sure that this is definitely going to work, by the way, before I get too far ahead of myself. Let's not celebrate just yet. Granted, we are currently winning 2-0 in extra time. But there's still time to bottle the cup. So it's a football reference, but you know what I mean. Really? You're the same level? That looks... Why are you too low and the other one's too high? Why can't you just be the same level? Like, why can't you just be a right level? It doesn't matter massively, but it matters to me. Leave the game before the game leaves you. Identical... Oh, don't do this identical building bullshit. Oh my god. There's literally, now it's there, but the game's like, no. Where? Is it you? Come here. Come here. Come here. Where is the identical building? Is it that? It's not even the same thing. It's... There we go. Is there no way that I can make you the correct level, correct height? Must be built on a lift. That's the height we need. Oh, okay. Must be built on a lift. Must be built on a lift. Okay. Because now you're going to be a little bit too high, aren't you? Yeah. You can kind of clearly see that it's too high for it as well, which is kind of annoying. I think there's no other option we can have. What I could try and do is place a foundation there, then build one more of those... What's it called? Conveyor lift floor holes right about there, then repeat the cycle. But I'm not sure how that's going to end up looking, so I almost don't want to do that just in case it kind of ruins it. Adjust the height on the lift. Well, firstly, this isn't even built in the right position anyway. Why has it done that? There we go. That's better. Wasn't that what it was like before? I guess clearly not. No. The lift has snap point. Yeah, you could decrease the heights of the lifts by nudges. I can't. Doesn't work. Yeah, I can't half nudge. I've got to lock it into place, then half nudge, but then it says I can't do it. We'll go there then. Why not? That's good enough. Okay. chuck you into there. So this is now done to the... They need to fix this. This is like the 10th time in this one stream. An identical buildable was already there. Firstly, this is not identical. Second of all, pre-update 1.0, I could have built this here. Now I've got to nudge it up here, where you can very clearly see in the glass that it's not right. So what's the fix down here then? You're fine. Right. A wall is a wall, yeah. I think I know what I can try to do. If I select you, then nudge you like that. So visually it looks the exact same, but in reality it's actually a bit nudged, so that's fine. Good. You guys are completely fine. That's what I don't understand though, because in theory, this wall is the exact same as that wall, but now it works fine. But if I was to remove that one, then suddenly it's not fine. Oh right, because you're actually slightly nudged as well. Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, are you facing the right way or not? No, you're not. Which is what I kind of thought it would be. Yep. There we go. So you're now facing that way. That is indeed correct. Luckily, the way down is going to be a lot easier. All I have to do is just have some sort of conveyor wall haul there. In fact, if I was to get rid of this, that looks fine. Have the exact same thing built over here, then just straight down. It's not stopping anywhere, just going straight down. Which again should be fairly simple for us. Fingers crossed. Beautiful. Then one of you lot. And I think that's it regarding this, at least. Now you're fine. I think. Oh no, not really. Right. Yeah. I think we'll go there. Then get rid of that, just for now. Get rid of this. And plop it back in again. Bit of a nightmare, but this nightmare's got a happy ending. Always turn a window into a single blueprint? Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, because blueprints can merge with each other in a vastly different way than regular items can. Which is a massive point that I don't think enough people actually utilize in this game. If things are being complicated, just stick it into a blueprint. As simple as it sounds, trust me, that would be a great idea. There we go. I love how everything just identifies as a wall now. Which is fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. the thing is, like, no one's ever going to see this. I hope you all understand this, but I'm still going to be doing it anyway. Because in my mind, I'm seeing this. And it might as well just be right. That's the thing, whenever I spot a mistake, if I have the ability to change its outcome, then might as well just fix it. Okay, so now all of you should be passing through here. If I die of fall damage, that'd be hilarious. There we go. Then what I'm going to do is... Why do I keep going into... What is it even called? Obviously, the architecture tab. Try and look for this one item. There we go. Oh, that's satisfying. How does it look? Yeah, it looks alright. It looks weirdly better now. With all the items moving on it. Which is interesting. So, now what? Tomorrow's episode's going to be a lot of this. Oh, another ad. There we go. Get rid of this here as well. Why are you... I know why. That's fine for now. That's going to go eventually. The reason why I've got that there so I can just go up and down so my hover pack can connect to the power. Yeah. Alright, then. You lots. Simply put, you're going to be extremely simple to do. So, let's just do it. Just do it. Get rid of that and that. Well, that's the first bit done. So, yeah, nice and simple. Can I connect you to there? Come on, I know you want to. Thank you. A simple counter? No. I have no idea what you're talking about. I never say the word simple. So, that's now connected, which is nice and simple. Now what I want to try and do is the exact same thing up there. I want to make this look a little bit neater first of all. And do the exact same thing up there. Bring it all the way up, then bring it all the way down. Which might not seem like it's worth it, and that's because it's not. But I've already committed now with the strat, so it's trust the strat, trust the process. Simple. There's nothing there. 6? I haven't said it 6 times. No, these are rumors. These are false allegations. I do not accept. No, I did not think that was going to work. Okay, that's actually fine. Here we go. You're going to line up with that rather perfectly. Well done, me. Then I suppose I want you to somehow line up with this. Actually, this wasn't the plan, but if I can line it up with each other, I might as well. So you're this level. Yeah, that's fine. Why is there a hole there? Did I do that? I must have done. But I don't even remember doing that. Oh wait, no, yeah, I do. Oh, bloody hell, man. Because you're just going to come straight through here. Then you could just come straight down. Yeah, grand. Okay. Next thing is next. And that's the thing that's currently next. You're going the wrong way. It was a 50-50 like, and I still got it wrong. That's really impressive. Damn. Oh, no, that's correct. That's correct. Oh, it rotated itself. Go, 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 go. Oh wow, we've actually got tons of gifts waiting for us here. One thing that's very important to note about these trees is if I was to leave this tree here, for example, just AFK, this isn't suddenly going to fill up with 100 gifts inside of the tree. No, it actually completely stops. There you go. So if you were to AFK, but then your gifts have nowhere to go, your trees aren't going to produce anything. They're just going to stop. Like not right now, but after this one, it will completely just halt production. So if you do want to go AFK whilst producing gifts, just make sure to have some sort of storage container. As obvious as it sounds, but it's actually quite important because unlike a smelter, for example, if you were to put 100 iron in there, it would burn all of the 100 iron ore to make your ingots. This doesn't. It just stops. So it also doesn't produce any power. It doesn't require any power. It's a bit of a miracle. What's the actual description? A festively disguised production building. Reminder, nothing is ever truly free. Produces 15 gifts per minute. Not for consumption. I mean, we have to try that for ourselves. Do not inhale close to it without appropriate protection. Do not put it in your eyes. Who's tried that? Keep away from overly curious wildlife. Giant Fixmas tree. Fixmas tree. Oh, Fixmas tree. Da, 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 da. Find it annoying? Yes. Decorate this unique one-of-a-kind tree by progressing through the Fixmas holiday event in the ma'am. Well, it says one-of-a-kind, but you can just place down like 30 of them if you really wanted to. And yes, I like these gifts here. I think it's actually not that bad. I haven't got a candy cane bashi. No. I've never heard anyone call it a bashi before. But no. It's on the agenda. But it hasn't yet been accomplished. I failed. I know. I failed. I've let everyone down. I have. Okay. You. Is that in the right location? Yes. You look to be in the right location, so I'm going to assume you're in the right location. Train station. I forgot. Yep. That's fine. So in that case, I actually don't need you there. Okay, this is going to be a nice and simple operation. Unless you decide to just fully piss me off. Okay, yeah, I'm triggered. So this side's now done, although if I remember correctly, I have made an absolute mess inside of here. So let's try and fix our sins. Where is it? All of you could just go. There we go. How perfect does that look? So perfect. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to utilize a very special school. It's called conveyor belt next to the wall. Yeah. Although I've had a better idea. There we go. Beautiful. Never before is anything more it's facing the wrong way. It has to go down that way. Deck. I was going to say, never before in all of humanity has anything more beautiful ever been constructed. But I realise now that it's actually going the exact opposite way than where it has to go, so let's change that. It's fine. There we go. So you go down that way, then the one that was coming up from here, what you're now going to do is do the exact same thing as this, but just not as far down. So what, that would be the right level? 1, 2. Now, if my mathematics is correct, you should be precisely above that. Do you ever have those days where you just feel like life itself is against you? I'm having one of those days today, chat. Although having said that, again, we managed to accomplish a fair bit today. Tomorrow it's going to be... I don't need that anymore. It's going to be same but different in the regards of... I want to try and make sure that all the presents are fully operating here in our system. I then want to make a note, a quick sign actually, of how many presents I've got on each conveyor belt. Because bear in mind, I'm making something like 1,000 gifts per minute? In fact, what's the actual number? I don't think I've actually written this down anywhere. How do I get out of her? So, 3, 6, 9... Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 26. $1,170. It is time for our signs of death. If you haven't seen my feck, if you haven't seen my aluminium plant from our last series, I did like a massive billboard of these signs, which indicated every single conveyor belt I had in the factory, how many items it had, where it was going, whether I had used it or not. It was beautiful. All of it, beautiful, down to the most minute detail. 117. This won't be anything as in depth. Back. There we go. So we're gonna have 3 per wall. I think it is, isn't it? It would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the way this is indicated by, this is where we are stood right now. You is everything from this side. You is everything from this side. You is everything from that side. Halas. Simple. Though for now, though, I haven't got a number for this, so you're going to be 0. Obviously. That was my London impression, by the way. I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, honestly, fam. There you go. That will be the last time I'm ever doing that accent. So, let me get out of here first of all. And let's add up how many gifts we are making per minute. I think we said this was 360. Actually, no, it can't because I included that by accident. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 times by 15. 15 times by 15. I should know that without having to calculate it. 150 plus 75. 225. Well done. Oh, wow. Guys, I can do like GCSE maths at the age of 23. Hurts your ears? I can do it again if you want, Vinod. I can do an entire stream where I talk like that. Are you sure you don't want that? Because honestly, actually, no, I probably couldn't. I feel like even at that point, I would unsubscribe from my own channel if I talk like that constantly. A chap got randomly offended. Probably. I deeply apologize for absolutely nothing. 3, 6, 9, 12 times by 15. There we go. 180. 180. Nice. I literally said it was 180, then typed 160. Someone just... Why is that so low? 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, wait a minute. That is correct. Yeah. Ignore this maths, by the way. Ignore what I just typed out there. Yeah. Okay. So, if in total it's 1,170, that's 585. If I combine both of those two top numbers there, we've got 405. Really? 405. 585 minus 405 is 180 again. One, 3, 6, 9, 18. So it should be 270, yeah. But then all of this times by 2 is more than that. Let me try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's 28 in total. Times by 3. 84. 84 times by 15 is 1,260. So now if I add all of this up together, it should equal 5,630. Which it doesn't do because there's a 5 in there. I want to like uninstall my brain from my body. Can I do that? Is there a software update where I could just delete my brain? Well, there is. It's called a Glark, but anyway. Wow. Let's try this one again. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 15 times by 15. Okay, well done me. Congratulations. I've passed GCSE maths. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 by 15 is 180. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 12. 15. 18. Yeah, that's what I did before. 18. 270. 675. 695. 75. 105. 75. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 675. It should be 1,350. Let me count. Okay, chat. Let me just count this again. I'm counting like each set of 3, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And there's 3 trees per one, which is 45. Times by how many gifts each tree produces, which is 15. 675 per row, which is the number I just got to. Times by 2. 1,000. So why have I got 3 different numbers 3 times? This is now correct, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Why was... That took me, like, what, 10 minutes? Bloody hell. Crane's going. I still got to try and pick up that dismantle crate. There's nothing else in my world that I think's going wrong. I haven't checked so many of these factories. I've got one down here that I haven't checked in months. Haven't checked that in months. Haven't checked that properly in months. Satisfactory is tolerable, which is somewhere there. Bloody hell. Okay, so these 2 gifts lines that I've currently got is these 2. I can probably paint you a greenish sort of colour now, if I'm honest. It's the wrong one. Now I can barely see the number. I'm so talented, honestly, just unreal. Unreal talents. So you're both done. Oh, you're very... It's making me squint. You're very bright. No, you're not bright enough. I'm having an absolute nightmare today, chat. From start to finish. That's better. Okay. Combine both of you together, that's what, 300, 405. I've got 405 gifts there. In total, I'm going to need 300. So you 2 are the only 2 that I actually need. So the very first thing that I want to try and do is see how many smelters I want to try and place down. I am most likely going to end up making this into a blueprint, but I do want to see anyway. In total, it's going to be 40... Double this, isn't it, actually? Wait. $16 smelters, 28. 28, damn. 22, damn. And 14 of you. Okie dokie. I think that's where we're going to leave it. So tomorrow, we're going to start our factory. I think what I'll do first thing tomorrow is collect all the gifts and make sure that they're underneath my logistic floor. What am I going to do with it? Probably build some sort of awesome sync build out there, but we'll play it by ear. We'll see, because I don't just want to waste the gifts. I also want them to visually look like they are going up and down the building. So we'll see what we are going to do with that. Regardless, thank you very much everyone who watched today's live stream. I know it dragged on for longer than 3 hours, but I was having fun. Tomorrow we've got a lot to do, so we'll see how that's going to go. The day after tomorrow is probably going to be spent building this factory again. That's 2 days, that's 4 hours in total. Might need one more day, that'll be 6 hours in total. Then the day after that, I want to try and build our rain station, which I think could look quite nice next to the tower, so we can incorporate the tower into some parts of it. We'll see how it goes. Regardless, thank you very much everyone that tuned in. And Twitch, I might just chin off Twitch, we'll see how it goes. over 100 people watched on YouTube today. That's very kind. And yes, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow, where hopefully we can have a bit more fun. Well, we had fun today as well, but hopefully we can continue our project. Thank you for watching. Godspeed, stay safe, and as always, cheerio.